Here's a hard truth. If you see someone flashing their wealth, they're probably broke. The truly rich, they're busy wearing $20 jeans, driving used cars, and quietly making more in a day than most people see in a lifetime. Now, I know this might sound confusing, but here's a plot twist. Stealth wealth isn't just about staying low-key. It's a masterclass in psychological warfare, and only the top 1% are winning. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why only 1% of people in this world can actually master stealth wealth. So what does that mean? This is something that most people get wrong when it comes to making money. Think about it. While everyone's out here drowning in debt just to keep up appearances, the real money masters are sipping tea, cashing dividend checks, and chuckling at your Instagram flexes. So without wasting any more time, let's dive in. Why does stealth wealth matter? Let me first explain the concept, and then we'll move into the practical ways to achieve it, because you need to understand what this term actually means. Stealth wealth is the ability to live like you're just another ordinary Joe, all while having extraordinary means. It's about flying under the radar, avoiding unnecessary attention, and most importantly, dodging freeloaders who conveniently remember you when the bill arrives. Think of it as the financial version of being a ninja, and don't worry, I'll show you how to master this ability with real examples. So bear with me. The goal isn't to flaunt your sword, but to use it wisely and sparingly. So why do the 1% embrace stealth wealth? Because the more people know about your money, the more they want a piece of it. I'll discuss this topic briefly because I've already talked about it in previous videos, but let me share an example for you. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, drove a 2006 Cadillac until his daughter finally convinced him to upgrade. Why? Because Warren doesn't need a flashy car to prove his wealth. He knows his bank account does the talking. Meanwhile, the guy with the souped-up Lambo in your neighborhood is probably drowning in debt faster than he can accelerate to 60 miles per hour. By the way, I plan to make a dedicated video about the mindset of silent millionaires as part of the Stealth Wealth playlist we've created on the channel. The psychology behind stealth wealth. Look, you need to understand this clearly. The 1% knows something critical. Wealth is a mindset, not a display. Think about it. When you see someone with designer everything, what's your first thought? Wow, they're rich. Or is it, wow, they must have a massive credit card bill? By the way, the ability to master this concept is how the truly wealthy know that flaunting riches invites jealousy, judgment, and sometimes even lawsuits. Yes, Karen from next door might suddenly decide you hit her mailbox if she knows you've got deep pockets. They prefer to keep things low-key, ensuring their money works for them instead of working to impress strangers. Let's just use the Mark Zuckerberg hoodie phenomenon. Zuckerberg is the owner of Facebook or Meta. The guy's worth billions, yet his wardrobe consists of hoodies. Simple gray hoodies. You know who else wears gray hoodies? High school kids and gym bros. But does anyone doubt Mark's wealth? Nope. That's stealth wealth in action. Anyway, let's get back to the point. Why stealth wealth is hard for most people. Keep in mind what I'm about to tell you. Most people can't master stealth wealth because we're conditioned to show off. Social media has made it worse. Every platform screams, "Look at me." Whether it's Instagram flexes or TikTok videos of people accidentally flashing their gold-plated toothbrushes, it's all about the performance. But the 1%, they're not playing that game. Simply put, this means that they're like the poker player who never shows their hand, but somehow always wins the pot. It's not about hiding wealth, it's about understanding when and how to reveal it. By the way, since we're talking about this topic, I want to share something very important that I've wanted to say for a while. A lot of people fall into the fake it till you make it trap. Here's a cringeworthy example. A friend of mine once brought a luxury car to look successful at work. What did it get him? A ton of attention from coworkers who assumed he got a massive raise. Suddenly, everyone wanted to borrow money. Meanwhile, he was eating instant noodles for lunch because he could barely afford the payments. This concept has more details, and we'll dive deeper into it in upcoming videos in the Stealth Wealth Mindset series. Anyways, you need to realize that pretending to be rich when you're not is like wearing a Halloween costume. Fun for a day, but embarrassing when everyone finds out it's fake. This is a mistake I used to make, and I urge you not to make it as well. Now, since I've talked about this topic extensively, I often get a recurring question. How do some people get rich without anyone noticing? Well, this leads me to the rules of stealth wealth. So how do the 1% pull this off? This is golden advice I want you to remember for the rest of your life. Number 1, live below your means. Rich people don't live paycheck to paycheck. They don't need to. Take a lesson from Ingvar Kamprad, the founder of IKEA. Despite being a billionaire, he flew economy and drove an old Volvo. Why? Because he valued money over appearances. Number 2, invest in assets, not liabilities. The rich aren't out here spending $5,000 on a designer bag. They're spending that money on stocks, real estate, or businesses that grow their wealth. If your Gucci belt doesn't pay dividends, it's not worth it. By the way, if you want me to create a video about which assets to buy or how to avoid liabilities, please let me know in the comments so I can see if there's interest. Number 3, stay humble. If you're rich but still argue over who's paying for coffee, congrats. You've mastered stealth wealth. The trick is to blend in so well that no one suspects your true net worth. It's like being a millionaire in disguise, except your disguise is a $20 pair of jeans from Target. Number 4, keep your circle small. The fewer people who know about your wealth, the fewer people can exploit it. Oprah Winfrey once said she keeps her inner circle tight because not everyone has good intentions. And if Oprah says it, you'll listen. Common misconceptions about stealth wealth. For a long time, I've wanted to discuss this topic, and I think now is the right time. Stealth wealth doesn't mean you're cheap. It means you're strategic. There's a difference between buying a $5 coffee every day because you're addicted and buying a $5 coffee once a week because you genuinely enjoy it. The key here isn't about avoiding luxury altogether. It's about picking and choosing what truly adds value to your life. For example, a private jet may be unnecessary, a first-class ticket on a long-haul flight worth every penny if it means you're well-rested and productive. It's hard to explain this in detail, but I want you to think of it like the rich neighbor you never suspected. You know, that one neighbor who always wears the same sneakers and drives a beat-up Honda? Turns out he owns half the apartment buildings in your city. Why? Because he's smart. He knows his wealth isn't in the car he drives, it's in the cash flow his properties generate. Meanwhile, your other neighbor, the one with the flashy Tesla, can't make rent. Appearances can be deceiving, and the 1% know that better than anyone. Why stealth wealth is the ultimate power move. Here's the beauty of stealth wealth. It gives you freedom. When no one knows how rich you are, you can negotiate without bias. Imagine trying to haggle for a car when the salesperson knows you're a millionaire. Good luck. Avoid the spotlight. Not every wealthy person wants to be the next Kardashian. Privacy is priceless. Build genuine relationships. If people don't know you're rich, you'll attract friends who like you for you, not your bank balance. Your path to stealth wealth. So how do you start your stealth wealth journey? First, stop worrying about what other people think. Don't misunderstand them. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't try and make a great first impression. Just remember the goal isn't to impress strangers. It's to build financial freedom. Second, focus on growing your wealth, not showing it. Invest in yourself, your skills, and your future. And finally, adopt the mindset of the 1%. Play the long game. If you follow everything I've mentioned in this video, while everyone else is busy flexing, you'll be building a financial fortress so solid, even a gold digger couldn't find the entrance. So next time you see someone rocking a $20 watch and driving a used Toyota, don't underestimate them. They might just be the richest person in the room. And who knows, maybe one day that stealth wealth ninja will be you. By the way, don't forget to hit like, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead. I always forget to remind you of these things. In fact, in order to truly master the art of stealth wealth, you'll need to understand exactly what millionaires like to do in private. Keep in mind it's something that most of you are unaware of. We dive deep into this topic in the next video. Just click the video on the screen now, and we'll see you in the next one.